What's up, AC family? How's everybody doing? Welcome to another live stream. Oh man, I am so excited for this live stream because, my past live streams recently have been just through my mobile, and the picture has not been good at all. But now I've set up a pretty much a pro live streaming in 4K so that you guys can see a better image quality. Can you guys see that? Is everything working? I hope so. What's up, AC family? So before we begin, let me know where you guys are from. I'm curious to know where you guys are from. We'll shout you out. We've got a lot of fun things to do here in this live stream. We're going to be feeding the blades of Midas. They're a Polyrhacus species, common name Spiny ants, and they are awesome. I love this colony. You'll see later on their entire setup if you haven't yet. But guys, be sure to hit the like button. Do that now if you can. Would really appreciate it. It'll just let YouTube know that our videos and this live stream is worth sharing to new audiences. Thank you guys so much. All right, so as I said before, this is the Blades of Midas. They are currently eating a roach that I fed them yesterday, but let's feed them their meal today. I've got two things to feed them. One is a sugar source and the other is a roach. So let's do that now. Hang on. All right, here we go. Let's give them the roach first. Here we go. And then their sugar source. Alright guys, so let's see if I can pan over. This here is the roach. So as you can see, the roaches are discovering this freshly cut up cockroach. This here is a dubia roach. This colony loves its roaches. So I live in the tropics, and we tend to have roaches that are pretty large, and they fly. And the roaches around here are good ant food. So when I see them, I pretty much catch them. We don't spray pesticides anywhere on the property, so we're pretty sure they're safe. But as you can see, the ants love the roach. Word is going to spread now. They'll come swarming soon. As soon as they learn that some fresh meat has just been served. All right, and let's pan over now to the sugar source. You guys see that? Oh, they are loving that sugar. So this flavor of jelly is sour apple, and looks like it's a hit. What do you guys think? All right, let's take some time to do some shout outs here. Let me know where you guys are from. What's up, Jay's Ants? All right. I'm trying to go through all the comments here. The United Kingdom of New England, what's up? Hello, Millie the Chicken. What's up, S-Fish? Linus Tan. Yes. So come in, everybody. We are just pretty much watching ants feed. I'll also be showing you guys their setup. It's a beautiful setup. In case you're new to this colony, there are hundreds of thousands of ants. So word is spreading now that the ants have found food. What they're doing now here is, they're filling up their social stomachs. So ants have a social stomach and they have their own personal stomach. The social stomach is kind of like a lunchbox. So what they're doing now is they're filling up their social stomach, also known as a crop, and then they're heading back to the nest leaving a pheromonal trail along the way to attract other ants that are hungry to follow the trail. And pretty soon, this entire jelly will be full of workers. By the end of this live stream, you'll see the workers will completely cover this jelly cup. Pretty cool, right? Let's see the roach now. Oh, man. Now, you guys might be wondering why the roach is moving, even though it's killed. So, insects have their brain arranged differently from humans. They have ganglia, which are kind of nervous, like groupings of nervous cells that run down the center of their body. So even if you cut them up, they can still move. But these ants are loving this food. Pretty cool, right, guys? Let me know where you guys are from, and again, please hit that like button. It would really mean a lot to us. AC family, I love live streaming like this. Let me know also if you think we should live stream like this more frequently, maybe during the midweek. For those of you ant lovers who crave ant videos between our regular ant videos every weekend. Look at that. Look at some of the workers are actually larger. So if you're just joining us now, these are the Blades of Midas. You guys, the AC family, gave them that name. You guys voted from a list of names that I also took from your suggestions. And this colony has completely exploded. So while the ants are eating, I'll pan over now to their nest. Check it out. We just, oops. Right there. This here is the mother nest. So when I first got them and they were living in a smaller terrarium, they created this nest, which is basically a bunch of debris that they've glued together using the silk from their larvae. See, and they've completely made a huge, almost like a carton nest on this driftwood. It's really fantastic. And they defend it pretty aggressively. Pretty cool, right? We'll simulate a rainstorm later. Maybe I'll spray this with water and you'll see them all come out. There are now hundreds of thousands of workers, and I'm pretty sure this colony will reach 1 million soon. Now here's another satellite nest. It's not the mother nest. This came third. I'll show you the second nest in a bit. See? All using debris in their environment. It's pretty fantastic. And then there's the other nest. Wait, there. There. That's their second satellite nest. So the inside you'll find babies, you'll find several queens. This is a polygynous colony, so there are multiple queens in every colony. Let's pan back to that jelly. All right, they are loving that. Such good nutrients in these jellies. I've been thinking of making them available at the store. Let me know, all you ant keepers out there, if ant jelly is something you guys would need. Because sugar water also works. Actually, these... wait, let's see. There. These ants also have sugar water, so they can get pretty much like carbs, but it's empty carbs. Whereas these jellies contain some micronutrients that the ants need. Let me know if you think it's something we should make available at antscanada.com. By the way, if you find ants really cool and you've wanted to get into the hobby, be sure to check out our shop at antscanada.com. We ship worldwide and our warehouse is in the US. So if you're from the US, you can get your order pretty quickly. Let's pan back here. All right. Okay, I want to try to bring out the colony. One sec. I'm going to get some water. And try to simulate some rain. So, let's cause a little bit of a catastrophe here. So enjoy watching this side of the nest for a sec. Oops. Okay. Alright, AC family, I'm back. I'm going to try to sprinkle some water on the side of this mother nest to try to bring the ants out. It's raining. Okay. Let's try that. All right, here they come. I believe this is the opening, the main opening. But it doesn't look like it's causing too much of a stir. Sometimes they come pouring out, but for some reason they are not too perturbed. All right, but that I mean, I do spray the nests frequently to simulate rain because the debris kind of needs to absorb some moisture so the inside remains humid. All right, let's check out the ants eating. Whoa, that's a frenzy there. Super cool. Awesome. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat and I'll answer them. That's the advantage of these live streams is we could talk in real time. All right. Carlos Euro says, "Hello, Ants Canada. This is my first time watching you live." Good, because my past live streams have not been the best. All right. Do you have any beetles? Dodo Man asks. Yes, actually, in a previous video, while I was creating a terrarium, I found a rhino beetle larva. So it's currently pupating now. How are the termites doing? Well, they're doing okay, Marcus. I recently checked on the colony that has the biggest fungus comb, and strangely, the fungus comb seems like it's shrunk. I'm not too sure why. I mean, I added more wood, but anyways, I'll probably go into them in the next video, uploading this weekend. The Real 03V says, "I like the yellow strips. Why do they have them?" I think you're talking about the golden shine on their abdomen. That's just how they are. Their species has an iridescent golden gaster. It's really gorgeous. And that's why you guys have called them the Blades of Midas. Jan Marlo de Los Angeles says, "Will you go to Animal Con this February at SMX?" So that's an AC family from the Philippines. Yes, I'll probably be there at some point. Green Death 2021 says, I'm from Hong Kong. Hello. Wow, you guys are from everywhere. Andras Kasatlos says he's from Hungary. Hello. Dookie Shu says, I can watch ants for hours. Yeah, so can I. All right. What's that green stuff? Sina Sandika says. It's ant jelly. It's basically jelly formulated for insects. So, like, scarab beetles can eat this stuff. Crickets, mealworms. Yep. Let's look over at the roach. Oops. Man, they are loving that. All right. Wow, a lot of you guys are tuning in. This is awesome. Hello, everyone. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is a live stream of our blades of Midas. They're a Polyrhacus species, native to Southeast Asia. Thank you so much for your super chat. Nasty77 from Germany. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Hello from Singapore. Awesome. From Malaysia. From Turkey. Wow, you got Turkish mapping. Hi there. Safar Sahan from Malaysia. From Texas. Hi there. See you, Rimuru. So those of you in the US, most of our viewers are from the US. It's like Tuesday morning there. So good morning. Just wanted to give you guys some ant action for your Tuesday morning commute to school or work or even just lounging at home. I find watching ants very relaxing, kind of like a fish tank. You know, like how they say fish tanks are calming. For me, watching ants is super calming. How about you guys? All right, they are loving that jelly. So this jelly will be done within 2 or 3 days, but the roach will definitely be done within a few hours. Oh man, the roach is trying to bat some of the workers away. I feel really bad. I mean, that's the circle of life, right, guys? I try not to feed live. If you guys want to see live feedings, well, we have a very popular video where I fed a live cockroach and then it ended up giving birth. Go check out that video if you haven't yet. Where do you get the jelly? Well, I purchased them from a store here where I live, but I'm thinking of manufacturing my own ant jelly. But the problem with that is I kind of have to really test it out because I don't want people's colonies dying. There's so many different species of ants with different nutritional, I guess, requirements. So to create a generic like sugar source for the ants with nutrients, that kind of might be tricky. But if we create something kind of like this, which is just generic for insects, we could do that. Make it available on antscanada.com. All right. Speaking of which, thank you guys so much for supporting. All of you ant keepers out there who have your ant towers and your hybrid nests. For those of you who've purchased starter kits from us, really appreciate that a lot. A lot of our efforts go into, well, ant research, and if you haven't seen our video of Antopia Park, go check it out because it's something I want to do. I want to just create a huge, massive wild space for native ants to just like live. We're not going to spray pesticides. We're not going to do too much farming. And if we do any kind of agricultural activities there, they will be through permaculture principles. So it's sustainable. So that's kind of like where a lot of our efforts go. So if you support the store, thank you so much. You also help with that effort. Yes. I'm also trying to find a fire ant queen. So for those of you who are wondering about the Phoenix Empire, They were rehomed, but I would like to start a new one in this new ant room. Alright, so we'll come back to this. I want to show you some footage of the entire terrarium. And it looks like this. So this here is the entire terrarium. It's, I believe, an 80-gallon or 75-gallon, don't remember. And it's basically driftwood, some tropical plants, and these like round balls, which are kind of like woven lanterns, and they create a sort of like skeleton or a lattice work for the ants to build their nests. See, so this here is the mother nest. You guys seen that? A lot of ants. It's actually a very beautiful structure. It's really nice, right? These ants work around the clock. They are active by day and night. So at any time, even if it's late at night, like 3 in the morning, I can come here and watch the ants. It's really nice. This is one of the satellite nests. See that? I wish I could stick a miniature camera in there and see what is going on in there. For sure, it's a lot of chambers that they've built. Again, just using webbing from their larvae and debris. And I'm sure there are lots of chambers with young, like eggs, larvae, cocoons, that kind of thing. Lots of queens. But I guess we'll never know until I manage to get one of those really micro cameras that I can like stick in there. But see, it looks like a beautiful structure, doesn't it? Looks like a trophy of some kind. When do the nuptial flights happen? Someone asked. S-Fish asked. For this species, I'm not too sure, actually. But I do know that these ants are polygynous. So they have many queens in a single colony. Alright, we could... Yeah. Alright, let's head back to the food. Alright. So as you can see, the ants are continuing to have a feast. Oh, look at this ant here. See that ant? It's carrying a rice husk. So I sprinkled a lot of rice husk on the surface of the soil so the ants can use it. There. They can use it as building material. So I think this ant is lugging this massive rice husk up to where it nests. That's heavy. Maybe it needs help. It's probably going to add on to this nest here. I cannot wait to see them building nests in some of these empty, like, woven balls. Can't wait. Alrighty, sea family, so... Whoops. Let's watch this. Here, I'll try to get both. The roach and... There. Please excuse my camera work. Alright, and I'll answer a few more questions. Let's do that. Someone says, weaver ants, standing siren. Yes, I want to get a colony of weaver ants. Definitely. What's your plan on your 5 million subscriber special? I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Maybe I might get a really epic colony and create a huge, like a really cool terrarium for them. I'm not sure yet. Someone says, are you getting those rare blue ants? Yes, I hope to travel back to Mount Banahaw. For those of you who haven't seen the Blue Ant special, you guys need to. It's kind of like a movie. But yeah, I'll see. If I can find a nest of those blue ants, I'll try. But, I feel like replicating their natural environment might be tough. Ants Canada, what's the best month to look for ants? Says Lila, aka Lily Brine. Well, it depends where you're from. If you're from the US, the best time for hunting for queen ants, essentially, is around April. Well, they start to fly, like winter ants, start to fly around March or April. But the main queen catching months are May, June, July, and August. That's how it is in Toronto, anyway. But if you're in North America, your best bet is during spring and summer. Those are the best times. Yes. Do you still have your scorpion? Asks. Oh, your comments are just flooding in. Asks the three scoots. Sadly, no, I don't have my scorpion. I rehomed it. It was one of the animals I rehomed during the pandemic when I had to downsize. Sadly, but I do want a scorpion again. I think they make great pets. I do have a tarantula, and it's the tarantula that Exotic Slayer gave me. Speaking of which, Exotic Slayer is going to be visiting me soon. Exotic Slayer, if you're watching, can't wait till you get here. And so maybe we might do a live stream or a collab video when he is here. How are the carpenter ants? Elijah Delgado says, I let the carpenter ants go. I released them into the forest in the backyard of where I live, just so we could, help Team Native ants in our area. But I know they're going to just produce more, and I'll catch queens once they do have nuptial flights. Yes, how's the centipede? It's hiding. It's constantly hiding. It comes out at night when the lights are off, and it's scary. I never touch it. It's venomous. But for those of you who don't know I have a centipede, go check out that episode. It will creep you out. Hands down, the creepiest creature I've ever owned. All right, so guys, I guess we're reaching the end of this live stream now, because it's gone on for about half an hour. That was my target time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And for those of you who've watched our videos over the years and have supported us, again, a huge thank you for changing my life and for really just adding to the ant keeping hobby. My dream starting this channel was to popularize it and make it mainstream, and you guys have pretty much made that dream come true. Ant keeping is such a widespread hobby now. I see different conventions of ant keepers happening around the world, and people ordering ant farms and getting into ant keeping. I think it's great. So thank you so much for the support and for letting these little creatures into your hearts. It really is just so gratifying to see that ant keeping has completely taken off. My dream is that it gets as big as like herp keeping, like keeping of reptiles and stuff. And thank you guys so much for supporting the channel again. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. And of course, hit that subscribe button. Come join our AC family. We're a growing family, and we're going to hit 5 million subscribers next. So I'm really excited about that. And for those of you who don't know, I recently built the AC Ant House. Go check out that episode. And I also gave a recent tour of this new ant room. And it's really exciting. I can't wait to fill it up with ants and ant terrariums and start a new era of AC ant lore. So guys, again, hit that subscribe button and join the family. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in our next episode, which uploads this Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And always remember, guys, it's ant love forever.